In this episode, we start taking off the damaged metal work so we can get this car welded. Hey everyone, and welcome to today's episode. So as we said in the introduction, we're going to be start stripping off the damaged metal work on this car so we can get the new pieces in and get this car welded. And before we get on to any detail, if you're seeing this for the first time, don't forget to subscribe down here. Be a subscriber instead of a watcher, because we appreciate your views and we appreciate your company. And also don't forget to hit that notification button as well, so that every time we drop a new vlog, you'll be the first to know and you can participate in the Castle Pool Club. So anyway, it's been an interesting week. We're still waiting for one panel. That's going to be here in the next day, but that's not going to stop us from continuing what we need to do. So today we're going to be stripping off the damaged parts of the vehicle, so we got some clean metal that we can work with, and that way we can then make sure that we're prepping for metal, or for welding rather. This video is going to be in two parts because it's going to be quite a long video. So rather than hit you with a 40-minute video, we're going to hit you in two parts. So first, part one is today, you're viewing this, but part two will be dropped sometime this week, and we'll talk about that more in the end of the video. So without further ado, let's get on and let's start taking this car to pieces so that we can get it back on the road as soon as possible. Okay, so we got some work to be doing today, so we're going to be cutting off this section here. I've started grinding this away, so you can see that we'll need to do a little bit more to release it. Still, the welds are still holding on. Once I do that, we then will, actually I'm going to take this off first. So this is, if you're wondering what this is the speaker for the alarm system in the car. So when you hear the alarm going off, this is what's responsible for that. So we'll take that off. Then we need to take off the bonnet, and I'm going to take the bonnet off, but I'm not going to remove it completely. I'm going to leave it in place to give the engine base some protection, and then we're going to drill out some of the spot welds in there, and then hopefully that will release the whole bracket. So let's get on and crack on and do that. Okay, so with the bonnet out now, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to sand this, take this back a little bit, then we're going to start to drill out these spot welds. So there's one there, and then hopefully this should just start to come apart. We'll do the first couple and then we'll see how we get on. Okay, so here's the dilemma. So this bit's all off, that's all come off. This is the crumple bit. Now I am replacing this whole bit plus this back here. So essentially the new plate will go here, all along here. So all of this is going to be completely replaced. So I'm thinking, rather than pull this out, which is going to be of no use and not going to be used, I'm going to cut it across here and then down, so that we can just get enough space so we can then take a look at the rest of it. So let's do that, because like I said, we are replacing not only this outer but also this inner piece here, and I'd rather, at the moment it's proving a bit difficult to drill out. It's not coming off really that easily, and quite a few of you mentioned about pulling the leg out first, but I don't really see the point of pulling the leg out at this stage. I'd rather cut it and then pull what's left, which will be easier than to try and pull this bit, which is going to be completely replaced. And at least that way I can line it up. So I think that's what I'm going to do, cut it. Okay, that's off now. So let me explain what's happening. So this piece here, this is all crumpled up. This, I have a replacement piece coming, so I've still got to cut this piece out. But before I do that, I'm going to work out how it goes. I think it goes underneath here, so I can see there's a spot weld there, and then obviously you've got the bolts in there. So I'm going to wait for the piece to arrive, and then I can see that for sure. You can see it wraps around here, but it's a completely straight piece. So there is a little bit more cutting to be done, and it's literally just this panel. This is a straight panel here, but rather than cut it now, I'm going to wait until the new piece arrives, and then we can replace it. But in the meantime, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the new piece that I've got and then do a soft fit to see how it looks. Not to get it in place, because it's not going to fit clearly, because obviously there's a piece missing here and this bit here. This needs to be straightened up as well, but at least we can see how it looks when it's in place. This is, like I said, just a soft fit, because I need to measure both points to make sure that it's going on exactly right, and that's quite important. I need to get some advice on how to do that, but in the meantime, let's see how it looks. Okay, so this is the bit that has arrived. So as you can see, it's the whole assembly, all the bit that I've just cut off. Now that kind of goes on. Actually, let me put the camera down and we can do this properly. Right, okay, so this piece goes onto here like so. Okay. So it fits over like that. That's not its exact position. That we're going to need to measure up real fine, but in essence, that's how this bit goes. There's still some metal here that's fouling around that down the bottom here that you can't see, but pretty much that's it. And along with this bit here, there's another piece that goes here, and that gives it some reinforcement, and that's the piece here that that goes in front here that needs to be cut off. So this bit here I need to straighten up, and then we need to get that bit in there. So it's going to take a little bit of while to get it in, but you can kind of see how this should be. So this should be up here a bit more, and then that should go into place, and then we put a couple of spot welds there. But until those bits come in, there's nothing much we can do, so I'm going to fast forward to the next day.
The next morning.
Okay, look at the weather outside. I think it's time for us to get the Fiesta back in the garage. We've got it now off the jacks, so let's drive it in and we're going to weld it inside. Okay, so now we have the car in the garage. This is where most of the work is going to take place. So those stickers, they have to go. Definitely have to go. All of that down there, all gonna go, all those stickers, even those yellow go faster stripe stickers, all of that will go. Soon as the parts arrive for this bit here, we'll get that all sorted. They should arrive on Friday. But anyway, at least the car is now out of the rain and we can carry on working and getting this car back on the road. Actually, the parts needed to get this car back on the road, it's not that much at all. I just need now a couple of bits. A front bumper, which I have sourced. There's a few that I'm looking at. One is slightly damaged and I'm just wondering whether I go for that and get it sprayed because it comes with the grille and it's complete, or whether I go for one of the more expensive ones. I'm gonna make a decision on that. But definitely bonnet. I've actually found 2 bonnets up north, but they won't deliver, which is a real pain, and the cost for me to go up there in the van and get it, you're talking about 80 odd quid. So yeah, I'm gonna have to make a decision as to whether or not it's worth doing that. But anyway, car's inside now and that's the main thing. Okay, so that's it for this week. I hope you've enjoyed that. Now of course we've only done half the work that we were going to do, because if I did the whole lot, this video will be about 40 minutes long, which is too long. So what I'm going to do, I am going to drop the second part of this video during this week. So this week you're going to get it 2 for the price of 1. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Again, if this is the first time you're seeing this, or if you're not a regular subscriber, don't forget to subscribe and push that button down and give us a thumbs up, big thumbs up, so that we can see that you're appreciating this video. And don't forget to hit the notification button so that every time this video drops, you'll be notified and you can be the first to be able to pick this up. So once again, we're going to drop part 2 probably on Wednesday. Yeah, we'll drop it on Wednesday evening. You'll get part 2 of this video and we'll get the car completed, or at least get all the parts on the car that needs to be done. So I hope you've enjoyed this and we will see you on Wednesday. Have a good week.